Hey, amazing beings. It's me, Dr. Sarah, and it is time for Free and Clear Fridays with me. However, it's not Friday, and it's not in my usual space, but I'm coming to you live on Sunday, in part because I've been part of an amazing class this weekend that started on Friday. And now's the chance for me to jump on with you to be here to clear whatever is going on, whatever is showing up for you, whatever's been heavy for you for the week. And I'm excited to share a little bit about what I've been receiving in this amazing class that I've been a part of. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining now and in the future. Just so grateful. So, yeah, what's been going on? How have things been? A lot of things going on around us in the universe. Per the usual, maybe even a little more than usual in terms of, even if we look at some of the, the full moon, and then we have Mercury in retrograde. These things impact us. It's energy. It's not to make it significant. However, if consciousness includes everything, it also includes the planets, the earth, and beyond. So I wonder what we are going to clear today, get clear of, see clearly, and beyond. So again, thank you for being here. And all right, so let's check in. What's been heavy for you this week? Yeah, let's check on that. Good morning, Rich. Yeah, so everything that's been heavy for you this week, let's go ahead and destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. And you can find that clearing statement. It's part of the Access Consciousness tools, amazing tools that they are. And you can find a clear description of it on my website. I'm going to put it in the link on IGTV, where this video will land after I record it with you guys. So again, what are you aware of that's been heavy for you this week? Everything that is. Let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. All right. Wow, that's shifting something already. Do you notice, like, when we do these clearings, something that comes in intense, and then after we do it, there's just this little bit more ease, a little bit more lightness. You know, this is the aim of what we're aiming to do, is to just shift things, to get things clear. Some things require ongoing clearing, that's for sure. But other things, you know, they can go pretty quickly if we choose. And or, you know, one clearing and done. It can happen that way. So what's been light for you this week? What's been light for you? Anything that will allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, poc, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. So, now, the class I've been part of this week. My amazing, beautiful being of a friend, Simla, you may have seen some posts with her and I on my Instagram and Facebook. She's here from Louisiana, originally from Turkey, but she's here from Louisiana, came to Michigan, and is doing this amazing class called Talk to the Entities. It's a really cool class. It's one of the classes of part of the Access Consciousness space. But really what it does, it allows us to tap into energies that are beyond us, that may or may not have a body. It's a whole thing. It can be earth entities. It can be, because entity is basically anything that doesn't have a body. Art can be an entity. A business can be an entity. So we can have these different things going on around us, businesses, art, and also things like nature, you name it. There's lots of different types of entities. And as you start tuning into them, and you can use them and communicate with them in a way that can contribute to you. It can contribute to whatever that entity is. So it's kind of a really cool space to explore. And I'm always tuning into these types of entities and energies. In part, I do a lot of that work with clients too. So what are you aware of with entities? What do you know? Anything that hasn't allowed you to tune into that, to know what you know, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. So, what do you know that you haven't acknowledged? About anything. About you. About others. What have you not acknowledged about you that if you acknowledged it now would allow you to receive even more? So anything that won't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So, in this moment, what are you noticing? You know, a lot of times we are walking around distracted by all the things going on around us, distracted by our mind, distracted by things that limit us from just being. Just be. So what is that just to be? Well, it's a space. It's an allowance. It's an awareness. It's a place where we can be in the moment and also be in tune to everything going on around us. Like I'm aware of a motorcycle just going by. I'm aware of the nuances of the, like maybe the temperature in the air. So what are you aware of that you haven't acknowledged? Where have you not allowed yourself to fully be? Everything that is, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. So, you know, it sounds simple. It sounds simple to just be. However, it's not always that easy. We require doing these clearings. We require getting clear so we have room and space to be in the moment, to be in the flow, to be in the creation of whatever it is we're looking to choose. And I know this may sound like just like words, but it's not. When you're being, that's a space that allows you to know what you know. It allows you to perceive what you perceive. It allows you to receive on a greater level. Because if you're not in the moment of being you, how can you receive from you and from others? How can you create the life and living you desire and the future that's available? So everywhere you've cut yourself off from being, knowing, receiving, and perceiving, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right or wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Oh, wow. And the one thing I'm aware of where I'm going to say generally those of us who are givers, who tend to do a lot for other beings, or are the ones that tend to do healing work or contribution to others, is being part of the contribution, is about receiving. So where have you cut yourself off from receiving, from being the contribution that you are? We tend to not include ourselves in the contribution. We tend to do for others without receiving ourselves. If you are guilty of that, even though guilt is a distraction implant, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Wow. So where have you been cutting yourself off from receiving and being the contribution that you truly be? For you, everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I wonder, what else is possible now? If you could create the life you desire based on you being you, you're knowing, you're being, you're perceiving, and you're receiving. What would you choose? What would you create? How would this world be a different place? So anything and everything that won't allow you to clear that and to know that and choose that, let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right or wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Oh, wow. What are you noticing now? You know, what I really love about this show, generally speaking, there's so much that can come through in all these different ways each time. You know, every time we do Free and Clear Fridays, it's a different one, of course. But you never know how it's going to show up. You never know how it's going to come in. And that's how I show up to you guys. It's just like, whew. And by starting at the beginning of the live this time with clearing everything that was heavy for you this week, or at least one thing, and acknowledging something that was light, as we moved into the space of contribution and getting clear on you and being and receiving, did you notice it's opening up a whole nother space that's available now? This is kind of how it works. We clear one thing, it opens up another without making it significant. None of this has to be significant or mean anything. It's just an acknowledgement. And what if that's you? What if you're just meant to acknowledge you? Here's another thing we tend to do. We tend to desire to get the people around us to acknowledge us or to see us clearly in order for us to know we're doing things correctly or to relate. Have you ever noticed that? Have you been doing that? Or do you know someone that does do that? Where you're like, you can tell they're looking for something, but they don't even know they're doing it. But you can tell they're just like wanting to be acknowledged. And there's just this energy to it that can sometimes be heavy. So all the poveds, which remember what the poveds are, it's all the points of view where you're avoiding and defending whatever it is that's locked into place, or other people's poveds. You know, we can be aware of so many different avoiding and defending that it can be a bit intense, and we may think it's ours when it's not. So all the poveds that you're aware of someone else that may be doing this prove, disprove kind of thing, which is all part of the poveds. We destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right or wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. So when we notice people doing this, I just tend to acknowledge and I'm aware of it. And sometimes just doing some return to sender can be very helpful. It'll allow you just to be present and observe without taking it on. So where have you taken on other people's avoidance and defending, or that's keeping you stuck in their story and it's not even yours, or everywhere you thought it was yours when it's not? Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Wow. That's a lot. So what are you noticing now? How many poveds are you in? Just that. Let's clear that, okay? So everything that is, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And you know, if you're first time joining me here and you're like, what in the world is she saying? It doesn't matter. You can still receive. That's the beautiful thing about energy. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. You know I do this every time. And what do I say every time? The mind's a terrible thing. We're meant to waste it. And I love to joke. I lost my mind years ago, and it's working for me really well. The cognitive mind that tends to overstimulate, overthink, feel, and emote. Everywhere you're doing that, that's limiting you from just being you. Destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good or bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Oh, wow. So, what are you noticing now again? Yes, really cool. Things are starting to shift. And I sometimes come on here with an idea in mind to talk to you about or clear with you. And sometimes I just like showing up and just being with you. And just us being here together, shift something, create something. And you notice this energy I'm sending your way right now? It is called ESB, Energetic Synthesis of Being Energy. And what that does, it's a space that allows for us to be in an energy that's expansive, that is contributive, that can create ease, so anything that won't allow you to receive that and to be that and to know you know what you know, and you'll know what you know by just asking what you know. So what do you know about this? Anything that won't allow you to know that you know what you know. Destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lock, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay. So, I'm contributing to Will here. He just said, well, I need all the energy I can get. Laugh out loud. I'm lazy today. Well, you know, it is Sunday, and why not be lazy? And how much of that is just a space where you can now be more actually relaxed. I was just speaking to someone about this. For me, relax it's a space, but it's actually turning things up, not turning things down. What I'm actually doing here with you is turning things up. So maybe it's just a matter of turning it up, like turning up your energy, which will allow you to relax into it, which will allow you to move with more ease. And we can clear all the lazy if that's heavy. Right, wrong, good and bad, pun, buck, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. So for me, it's like I require space like that. But that's up on the dial, right? That is not like grounding space, like centered. No, I'm expansive. It's being. And this is the energy I'm sending your way. And you have the capacity to be this too if you choose. And even if you receive it through me, how's it get any better? There's no right or wrong to all of it or any of it. So what do you know that you can be for you today to receive this ease and expansiveness, turning it up if you choose, and be that space that you desire and have access to. These are also other ways to tap into entity energy. So you may notice that since I was tapping into all kinds of things with that too. So anything that won't allow you to tap into the energies that you desire, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, buck, all night shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay, wow, time has flown by. Especially when you function in space like I do. And you probably do too on some level. And if you haven't, it's so much fun. You know, Einstein said it best when he said that time's relative, right? We're more like space beings, a lot of us. So we don't really function in time. In fact, time can be very restrictive. And in this case, it's just now on to the next. And I will be sending energy to you guys through the class I'm receiving, through all, just me being it, of course. And everything I post has all that energy attached with it too, contributing to you. So here's a clearing before we finish up. What energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, mysteries, miracles, possibilities, potency, and power can you and your body be to be the knowing, receiving, perceiving, receiving being you truly be, and knowing, I think I got that in there, for all eternity. Anything that won't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon, poc, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. All right, amazing beings. You know, I have your back always. So grateful for our time together. And I wonder what else is possible now. Take that with you into the rest of the week. I shall be seeing you on Friday this week. Friday, for Free and Clear Fridays with me, Dr. Sarah. All right, thank you. Have an amazing day, an amazing week. All right, take care for now.